Tavi. Welcome back to my channel. So yesterday, or no, 2 days ago, I watched Louis Vuitton Coffee Lover, I watched Tiffany LV Coffee Lover post her last video called The Luxury Community is Over. And man, that video was so good, and I had like so many responses in my head that I wanted to say, and I was like thinking all along the same lines as Tiffany. So basically, and then I had a few things that I had to put in that maybe I disagreed with a little bit, but I mean, Tiffany and I are really cool. So just a little backstory. Tiffany and I are YouTube friends, and our little ones write each other, and she's definitely one of my favorite YouTubers. Carol Summer is one of my favorite YouTubers, and I really like LB. But especially Carol and Tiffany, we have a relationship, so we like chat with each other on Instagram and even text each other, and so that's where we're at. A little backstory there. So if you think that I'm saying something against Tiffany, I'm definitely not, because I adore that girl, and I especially love her even more after her last video. If you haven't seen that video, I'll link it up here or in the description box. I really think that's a great video to watch, especially if you've been in like watching the luxury community for like, you know, 4 or 5 years, or if you're following some luxury YouTubers. I think this is a good insight into not always believing what you see, but a little perspective from maybe our point of view. So anyways, I'm gonna keep this super raw and unfiltered. I'm gonna, you know, I'm sitting in my living room with my glasses on, which is kind of annoying, but I see the reflection. But I'm just gonna keep it super raw and unfiltered. I'm not gonna edit anything, because I just wanted to, I felt very compelled to respond to Tiffany's video. You know, the most of the time I was like nodding my head. I'm like, yeah, girl. And I was like, you say it. And yeah, I was agreeing with her for most of the parts, but there were some things that I kind of just wanted to say on my side of things, because we're very similar in what we do for YouTube, but also a little different as well. So let me put my perspective. So basically, I'm not going to spoil it for you for what Tiffany said, but this is just my response to Tiffany. And hi, Tiffany. I adore you, and I give you so much kudos to, you know, basically like being so genuine and not like fake, and just like putting things out there and expressing your point of view. And that's what I love about YouTube and having my own channel, is that I'm able to share things that I like with you guys. I'm able to say things that I want. I'm able to express things that I want, because it's all channel. And I really do appreciate all the support that we get from like our subscribers and followers. Okay, so let's get started. So basically, you know, Tiffany was mentioning that she started about 3 or 4 years ago, 4-ish years ago on YouTube, and that was same as me. But at that time, I don't believe that I knew of Tiffany. I knew of a few YouTubers, you know, like she mentioned, BJ Taylor, Snape HBP, Hey June, who else was there? There was Christy J, of course Jerusha Couture, and yeah, and a few little other people that I can't really remember. But anyways, yeah, and to this day, I feel like, well, some of them, BJ and Snape, HBP, Sam, are not having their videos anymore. But, you know, Jerusha, I feel like, is still staying true to herself. June is, obviously, Tiffany is. And back then, I felt like there really was such a community. And that's really why I actually started my first I started my YouTube channel, was to be a place where I could talk about like purses and luxury things, because where I lived, there was a saturation of it. However, I didn't really have friends that were into it, so I got into it, and I just wanted a place where I would share some of my luxury things with you. And I actually started sharing like clothing stuff, so, and like Zara hauls, and because I love to shop too. Well, I did, not so much now. I've actually been doing really good. But yeah, so, you know, I started off as like sharing my luxury purses, sharing like my favorites, sharing like beauty and like clothing stuff that I've basically liked, but it was just a hobby, and it's still a hobby. But I think what Tiffany was mentioning is that a lot of YouTubers are basically like kind of, I don't want to put words in her mouth, but for my interpretation, kind of selling out, like, you know, like having a lot of sponsored videos, having like things that they keep sharing and sharing. And I don't personally know of any of this, but she was mentioning that some people buy things just to share it and not wear it. And to me, that is so shocking. So I personally have not like seen it or whatever, but she said that, and I can see that there's like two like kind of Instagram, two Ubers. Yeah, there's two types of like YouTubers, or maybe three kinds. Like there's the YouTubers that solely do it for a hobby and like don't care about getting paid, and then there's people that want to like consider it a part-time job or a full-time job, and like, you know, it's a big source of income, so a lot of it is sponsored videos. And then there's that third kind, and I think I fit in between. It's like I started this off as a hobby and I wasn't even trying to get paid, but then there's like opportunities to get paid. Like a lot of companies reach out to you and you pretty much like say no to most of them, because at this point where I'm at, I don't really have very many followers, but you do get many offers, but like really the companies are okay. And then there's some companies that I'm like, yeah, like I have bought from many of the companies that I work with now before they even reached out to me. So personally, like Teamy, I always bought Teamy way before they even reached out to me. And when they reached out to me, I was like, yeah, girl, I've been buying your stuff for like months and months. So, so like me, I love this as a hobby, but I take opportunities of like, why not get paid a little bit for your hobby, you know? I would never, like, in my sense, it's not my sole income, so I'm not gonna, personally, I don't imagine, I feel like I believe in the good in people, that I really don't think most YouTubers are just like sharing things just to get paid, honestly. And I think that I see comments and people saying like, oh, they're just sharing this just to get paid. Honestly, like I believe more in the good of people, and I don't think that the majority of people do that. But that being said, I do think that there might be a few people that just take opportunities that pay well and will share things with you. So in their defense, I guess this is a little bit against Tiffany, but Tiffany, I agree with a lot of things that you say, but I think that like for me personally, sometimes I don't even want to share things with you guys because I'm afraid that you guys are going to be like, oh, you're just sharing it because you want to get paid. And like for example, like I have worked with Lily Silk for over a year, and I like said no to them like several times because I was like, I'm a mom, I'm not gonna wear silk. And they're like, well, try it out. And so I tried it out, and like now I like love it. It's cooling, and I don't wear it all the time around the kids, but yeah, when I go out, like yesterday I wore my zebra one. Anyways, the point is that someone commented on my my video of my Lily Silk review about the company and their products, and they're like basically saying, you know, the free products are what is your form of payment, so don't say that you're getting it for free, and so I can't remember what they said actually. Let me read it, because and they weren't, you know, I don't think, and I don't really take offense to what people say, honestly, but when it's like when you assume that I'm trying to sell you guys things just because I'm getting it for free, that irks me. So and I always in my disclaimer say that I get sent this free, I get a small commission of sales, and I won't share anything I don't like with you. And several times I've bought things and I like, well, say I don't like it and I'm not going to share it. So what I'm trying to say is, anyways, I'll link the little like post right here. Now, so you can read it and what my response was. But I feel like a lot of people assume, so there's like the middle ground where I'm at, where I love this as a hobby, and a few things I will share and I'll get a very small commission, but I'll tell you and I get it sent free, and I'll put it in the disclaimer section. So anyways, so there's like, I feel like there's like three little like types of YouTubers. And when I responded to like Tiffany, I said like, I totally agree with you that it almost, back in the days, it felt like a like community where we were getting together to talk about reviews, what's in our bags, like, you know, like it was just this place where we could all talk. Now I do in a sense feel like it is like keeping up with the Jones, and to be frank, I almost felt like I fell into it, you know, like maybe a year ago or so. Like I was, you know, you see something on Instagram that's super popular and you're like, oh, that's ugly, then you fall for it, you see it more, and then you fall for it, and then you get it. So it's like, in a way, it's like, I don't think I was trying to keep up with the Jones, but in a way you get caught up in that like cycle of like getting the new it bag. So I told Tiffany, I was like, yeah, it is different, because I feel like a lot of people are just like purchasing to get the next it bag, or to like buy and to show. But for the most part, I will say that like I don't really see that anymore, because like her, I just unfollow the people that I don't feel like are genuine. And so I think that's the same thing for you guys. It's like just follow the people that you think are genuine and are telling the truth, and that you like genuinely like them. And also, if you think they're fake and they're not telling truth and you like the stuff they share, follow them too. At the end of the day, I just think that let people do them. Let them do them, and then we'll do ourselves. And yeah, to each their own. But I do agree that it has significantly changed from so long ago. I think it but that's just the thing that, you know, I don't think that the luxury community is over, and I don't think that it has. I think it's just a change. I think it's a shift. You know, it's just like anything nowadays. Things aren't the same anymore. It's not necessarily that it's a bad thing, because there's pros and cons in anything. I think it's just a shift in things. So yeah, that's basically what I wanted to say. I think that Tiffany articulated it way better than I did, but I did like wanted to add my little input in it, because I think that it's becoming more saturated. So I think that it's becoming more competitive for people, and I think that a lot of people are in it for the money, because you can make good money, I hear, on YouTube. So to each their own. And then also I did make another comment on Tiffany's where like I feel like the most genuine people that are keeping it real, like I feel like I'm trying to keep it real with you guys. Tiffany's keeping it real. It's almost like we're getting a constant like of followers, which I so much appreciate. Like, and you know, we're still really small, but the ones that have like were with us and stopped like really communicating with us and have blown up have kind of I wouldn't say that they're not genuine, but I wouldn't say that, I feel like they're not as authentic as they could be. I feel like they're growing significantly. So I wonder where the shift is. It's interesting because like JT and Drew and my brother-in-law had conversations and with this one guy in the street, and he was saying like usually the sneaky or the bad ones usually are millionaires and billionaires because they do the things to get successful. And I feel like sometimes I feel like in cases like this, people have to kind of not be as authentic to grow. I don't know, but I know that there's many people that are super authentic that are growing. I think there's just like a small snippet of people that kind of like play the game to get far, and it's all good. It's all good. But yeah, that's it. I highly encourage you, like I said, to watch Tiffany's video, because she says it out like it is, and I like people like that. I like people that are blunt and don't sugarcoat things, and she says it in a way that is never offensive. And actually it's funny because she mentioned a few like people, like she didn't say people's names, but she mentioned a few stories, and I'm like, ooh, who is it? But then I'm like, you know what, don't get in that business. But so I don't know of any particular stories. I don't have any like situational things except for that person that said like the little screenshot I told you about. But other than that, at the end of the day, YouTubers keep it real, subscribers keep it real, people be nice to each other, and there's no need to argue or be rude and hide behind your channel or behind your like little, what is it? I feel like people are trying to be more rude nowadays because they're not in your face, like they can't be seen, you know, they're like hiding behind their like channel or name. But either way, sending you guys love. I know this is like nothing in compared to what's going on, but I definitely felt compelled to respond to Tiffany. So I hope you guys have a great day. Let me know what you think, leave your comments down below, and I shall see you soon. Bye.
You're so good.
Oh, hey guys, I know I said I wasn't gonna edit anything in, but I am gonna insert this in because I wanted to mention something about ads. So I personally, like I said, I love this as a hobby, but I mean, why not get a little bit, if I can possibly get paid like through ads, why not? So I do put ads in the front of my video and the end of my video, but ads that are in like several times in the people's videos, they don't bother me either, because I think that that's a form of payment for, like, you know, filming videos, because it is a lot of work, but I thoroughly enjoy it too. But every time like my girlfriends have ads in their videos, like Carol or like LV Coffee Lover or whoever, I'll like literally like sit through the whole ad, because I want them to get a little, like, very small, like, little payment for like sharing their helpful information, you know. So like I literally do that to support them. And yeah, so I don't know, I just want to put a little spill on ads. How do you guys feel about ads? Personally, they don't bother me. I know, Tiff, they bother you, but yeah, I support my girls that put their ads in. I watch it and let them get paid, shoot. But anyways, I know in the end of the day, like I said, it's not about money. It's about doing what you love and helping others, and basically sharing your like love and passion with others. So yep, I digress.